Welcome back to the Champions League post-match show. So good to have you with us here on CBS Sports Network and Paramount Plus. Kate, Thierry, Jamie and Micah. That's right. Welcome in, everybody. So Borussia Dortmund, the first team to book their place in the Champions League final this season. They will face either Bayern Munich or Real Madrid, who drew 2-2 in the first leg. We'll find out who goes through tomorrow in their game when they play the second leg. So we saw 1-0 in Dortmund, then 1-0 in Paris. So Borussia Dortmund going through 2-0 2-0 on aggregate over the two legs. For Borussia Dortmund, it means the first final since 2013. It's a huge achievement just because, as we said, it's not a team that necessarily always expects to go to this stage of the competition. This will have been seen as a test not just of skill, but also of character.
In the final.
How good was Sancho over the two legs, though, Jamie?
He was brilliant, wasn't he?
Your man. He was outstanding.
Yeah, he was fantastic. And it'll be easy now because he's not Dortmund's player, he's Manchester United's player. Mm-hmm. So Manchester United fans, I'm sure, will be watching this game thinking, oh, we want that player. Where's that player? We haven't seen that player for 2 years. But that is the player they bought. But sometimes, you probably know this better than anyone, Thierry, I've only played for one club. Moving clubs, sometimes you just feel... Sometimes it can just be the kit, the feeling, the stadium, the confidence you've got. It doesn't feel the right fit at Manchester United. And that's not just for him. That's for a lot of players. Is that something, yourself, Thierry, when you go to certain clubs, you just feel... Yeah. Yourself.
It is not easy. Sometimes the shirt can be heavy, the expectation, the price tag, languages. Obviously, when you went to United, I'm talking in general, you don't have the problem of talking the language. But yeah, getting used to the town, getting used to something different. People at times underestimate all those points. Having said that, I'm not only talking here about Jadon Sancho and him at Man United, but there is something that I wanted to talk about, and I keep on saying it. Individuals win your game, a team effort win your title. I don't care what people say, and the teams that are fighting go through usually in the Champions League. They do, and I'm going to mention a guy, Mats Hummels. I mean, when he left Bayern Munich, everyone was like, he's done. That's it. Time over for him. And then, yes, we can talk about the league, and they're not nowhere to be seen in the league. But he did compete against some of the best strikers in the world in that run. Mm-hmm. He held his ground really well. Not only he held his ground, he scored the goal that unsettled that tie. Mm-hmm. Not only him. And so you have to give him a lot of credit. Like, I would never have said, and I know that, that he would have been playing at that level now, going back to Dortmund. And so you have to give teams that fight a lot of credit. And we often, and I will be honest, and I like it, talk about guys that can do step-overs. Talk about guys that can score bicycle kick and solo goals. But ultimately in football, if you don't fight as a team, you're going nowhere to win titles. And that's one of the most important things in football, and it'll always be the most important thing. And Dortmund showed us that. But Real Madrid too. And I know they're not through, but they fight their way in if they have to. That's very important if you want to win the Champions League.
OK, I tell you what, let's go over to Paris for some live reaction from over there, because we've got Peter Schmeichel and Anita Jones over there for us. Listen, for Borussia Dortmund, return leg away from home in Paris. So they stopped PSG from scoring. How well handled was this game by Borussia Dortmund, do you two think?
It was perfect. I mean, it was perfect over the two games. They, obviously they played each other in the group phase as well. The first game, and Jamie and me, we were talking to Terzic, the manager. The first game, he said, I made a mistake. We played 5 at the back. They learned a lot from that and played better in the second game and contained players like Mbappe, which is, is something. If you successfully do that, you bring that into the next game. But we were very impressed with how they played as a team. You talked about that. And a little bit, we feel a little bit for PSG because they were quite unlucky. 4 times they hit the woodwork, didn't they?
And 6 across the 2 legs. In fact, both the manager and the players were confident that they could turn things around. And if you look at recent history when these two sides have faced each other, it was the round of 16 in 2020. Borussia Dortmund had got the upper hand in the first leg, but then PSG, with the likes of Neymar and Mbappe, managed to turn it around. They didn't today. And of course, a lot of PSG fans go away thinking, have they seen Mbappe for the last time in a European competition in a PSG shirt? I'm sure we'll find out soon.
He's not going to go to the final, but Dortmund are, and I think you're calling it precisely as it was. They played this game as a team. They played the two games as a team, and it was just amazing to watch how they worked hard from each other. There's a few players running more than, 3 players, I think, running more than 11 kilometers. Sabitzer, who, I mean, he was here, there, everywhere today. And it's just amazing to watch a team really, really work so hard and really want to get to this final. And you can argue, yeah, PSG is a much better football team with probably, you know, a lot better players. But these guys, they wanted that final, and that's why they're there.
Do you back Dortmund to then go on and win in the final, either against Bayern Munich or against Real Madrid, should, you know, depending on who does get there?
I think you do.
Kate, we drew Dortmund. We talked about this pre-match. We drew Dortmund in '97 semi-final. We went to Dortmund. We lost 1-0. PSG did the same this time. We then took them back to Old Trafford and lost 1-0. The same thing happened today, and they went on to win it. So there's every chance this team, you know, they're one win away from winning the Champions League. And I think regardless of who it is it Real Madrid or is it Bayern Munich, I think they have a shot. I don't know what about you.
Yeah, big upset we've seen tonight. We saw it when you were playing as well.
I said last week after the first leg, they're actually through now. Show us a bit of energy. Celebrate with them. Get Jadon Sancho.
No. Jamie, we've been told to be very, very quiet and not shout this time. And we are on the clock, as they say. You know, we've just been told no two-ways interview and you have to behave. What I do when I'm here, I sort of kind of stroll away, go to the other stations, get a little bit of information. As soon as I left our station, this is pre-match, the UEFA guys came and pulled me back. Don't you move away from there. You're on the, we're looking onto you. We are onto you. I think that's the expression. So we're not in the good
naughty
book
list
yet, but we'll get there, don't worry. Yeah.
I'm not there, but you might be.
No, I'm not.
There's always someone who ruins
guys,
it for everybody,
because the players are coming in new and we are getting some interviews.
Are we staying with them live to see if that happens? No, we'll let you go and we'll come back to you in just a minute.
Well,
we'll figure out.
Yeah. Oh, Marcel. Yeah.
Oh,
congratulations,
well
Marcel.
Yeah. Come on, get in.
Do you want to come in the middle? Yeah.
Keep your hands off him.
Okay. Right. How was that? You know, you're in the Champions League final. Just put some words on how you're feeling right now.
Oh, it's crazy. It's just crazy. I can't find the right words. You know, the emotions are there, goosebumps. You know, the fans are there. So we had a dream. We did it. So yeah, we're very happy to make it happen. So yeah, we're going to London.
And what about the emotions in the game, especially the last 10 minutes? It was so close. I mean, they hit the woodwork 4 times and, you know, you were so much under the course. How difficult was that to see the game through?
Yeah, of course. You know, before the game, we expected them very strong press up, and yeah, they were good. We had to suffer a lot, but I think we did a lot of dirty work. We run a lot. Yeah, at the end, we had a bit luck, of course. Could be a bit closer, but yeah, we worked hard for this, and we got it over the line. That's it. I can't say nothing more.
So you've been, in a couple of big clubs lately, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, and now you're here at Dortmund. What is it with this football club and this football team that makes it so special? How come you've gotten this far?
Yeah, it's special with this club, you know. As I said before, when we started the competition, we had a dream. We knew we had a very tough group, the group of death, everyone called it, so we know, it was a hard way. We fought it until the final, and yeah, it's just special when you see the faces from the fans, from all the guys around the club, in the club, the team, yeah, all very happy. Yeah, we're very glad to can have this moment.
You survived the group of death, as you said there, but perhaps the odds against you. Will you be watching the other semi-final tomorrow?
Yeah, of course, I will watch it. You know, my old team will play. I have a lot of friends there, so it would be nice to see them again in the final. But to be honest, I really don't care who's gonna go through it. I'm just happy to be in the final. I can't wait to go to Wembley, but you know, I will have a lot of drinks tonight. So let's see in which shape I am tomorrow.
I'm sorry Jamie's not here to celebrate with you, but do you have a message for the Dortmund fans?
For the Dortmund fans, I think we had a big message out there. We fought till the end. We did the celebration with them. We're just very grateful and thankful for the support they give us every time. And yeah, we stick together, and yeah, we're like a family. And yeah, we're very happy.
And you're in the Champions League final. And it's going to be an amazing game, no matter who it is. Is this Bayern? I'm sure you would like it to be Bayern, or is it Real Madrid? It's going to be amazing. Congratulations, and very much good luck. Take care, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much, Marcel. Enjoy your evening. Yeah. Congratulations. Hopefully, we're going to have another interview. We've seen a couple of PSG players coming around.
We've got Mr. Champions League here.
Emre Can, it looks like it's coming through. Congratulations.
Mr. Champions League, is this going to be your third Champions League final?
Yeah, but it's just about team, really. I'm very proud to be captain of this team, and I'm a little bit emotional because it's unbelievable what we did in the Champions League so far, and we didn't concede one goal against Paris in 2 games. That's unbelievable. We have a great mentality, great character in this team, and that's why we are there.
What went through your mind when that whistle went? You said you were feeling a bit emotional.
Just emotional. You know, we have all one dream to win it, and now when we are in the final, it's just one more step, one more game. We will be ready, we will be there, and we will fight for each other, and then hopefully we'll win it.
You won the Champions League with Bayern Munich. You've been in the Champions League final with Liverpool. How special is it to be the captain and to go into this Champions League final with Borussia Dortmund?
Yeah, it's very difficult, different, I would say, because when I was with Bayern in the final, I didn't play. I was a very young guy. I was in the squad, but I didn't play. I just, yeah. And with Liverpool, I was a long time injured. Before, I didn't play the quarterfinal, I didn't play the semi-final. Now I played all the games, and when you play, it's different, you know. It's different, it feels different. I'm captain of this team, and I'm very proud. And if I talk too much, then I get emotional. Yeah.
And what do you say to people at home that doubted this Borussia Dortmund team? When the semi-final came out, everyone thought PSG were favourites, but like you said, you didn't even concede a goal against them.
Yeah, but not just against PSG. You know, before, if you see our story, then the first game we lost here in Paris. The second game we played draw at home against Milan, and then we had just 1 point from 2 games, and then nobody believed in us, to be honest. Just we believed in us, our fans believed in us, and that's why we are here, and we did a great job, and that's why we are deserved. We are very deserved to here, of course.
You come into this final as underdogs, but you've definitely sent a warning to Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. It doesn't matter. They know, you know, to beat you, it's going to be very, very difficult. Good luck. I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
And see you in London, right? Cheers. Thanks.
Wow, that was lucky. Back-to-back interviews there.
Yeah.
Emre Can, Marcel Sabitzer.
Can you get me the yellow T-shirt we saw Sabitzer in? Yellow Wonderwall. We need to get them for the final.
No.
Me and you.
Okay, I will ask.
I'll go in the wall with you, Jamie. I'll go in the wall with you.
This one
The Wembley Wall. The yellow Wembley Wall.
All right, guys, we'll come back to you as soon as we can and see if we can speak to anybody else or just hear more from you guys as well. Thank you so much. Good to see you. That was nice, wasn't it? I enjoyed those interviews. Edin Terzic, I know you spoke before the game about how much you had liked his interview around the first leg and just the way he talked about team morale and the team mentality that they have. And that's something that shines through as well when you listen to Emre Can, Jamie. Yeah, brilliant. And you think of, I mean, we mentioned before about Bellingham moving on and then you still get your team to a Champions League final. You think what it's like for a lot of coaches continually losing the best players to the real 6 to 8 elite teams in European football. I think the season before that he loses his main striker and his captain as well. And last season comes within a whisker of winning the Bundesliga. So you look at the job that he's done, it's fantastic. They've qualified for the Champions League through the league position. They'd normally expect to be higher, but you can understand them not having or hitting the heights they did the season before in the Bundesliga when you lose one of the best players in world football. But to then get to a Champions League final, you know, shows his quality. And they're a team who, if you look at it, they get to a Champions League final probably every 10 or 12 years. That's their history.
if you like, starting in '97 with Hitzfeld. So, yeah, it's about time, and you can imagine Wembley when they come out, that sea of yellow, can't you?
Can I just ask you about the, obviously their form's not been that good in Bundesliga. You said they're in 5th position. You know, when you were going for the Champions League, how did you find it juggling the league and the Champions League? Because that's what a lot of people are talking about. To get to a final, you know, it's always going to make an impact during the league as well.
We finished 5th in the Premier League that season. I mean, we were lucky, really, in terms of what we did, and we had Anfield, a lot of things went for us. Obviously, we know about the final, but in terms of sort of getting there now, we knew we weren't the best team. And I've said this before on this show so often, the best team doesn't win the Champions League. You know, the best team in Europe for the last 4 or 5 years have been Real Madrid or Manchester City, really. But Manchester City have only won it once in how many years with Pep now? 8 years? Yeah. And a lot of that time, they've been the best team. So it doesn't happen. You look at someone like Dortmund, you know, 5th in the Bundesliga, but as I said, 1 game away. And that's what makes the competition special. And that's what makes cup football more sort of, or certainly there's more jeopardy in it than league titles.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to go to a very quick break. We will be right back. We've got more to bring you. What a big night this has been for Borussia Dortmund, through to the Champions League final on June the 1st against either Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. That to be decided tomorrow night. We'll be back in just a minute. Stay with us. Well, this is what the Champions League can do. What a brilliant night for the away fans in Paris tonight. Borussia Dortmund have made it through to their first Champions League final for 11 years. They'll be back at Wembley on June the 1st after upsetting Kylian Mbappe and PSG to get down to the final 2. Borussia Dortmund versus either Bayern Munich or Real Madrid for all the glory in the Champions League. We'll be right back after just a break. Okay, welcome back, everybody. So good to have you still with us. We haven't looked at the highlights yet because we got all caught up with interviews and everything, so we're going to do that right now. Let's take you through the best of the action from this game between Borussia Dortmund and PSG, second leg of the Champions League semi-final. Mats Hummels
could be one step better by winning the Champions League.
Excuse me. What we've got to show you now is just a bunch of missed opportunities for PSG, including 4 shots which actually hit the woodwork. We're going to start with one by Zaire Emery hitting the post.
Really talented young player he is.
Yeah, so we saw 4 times they hit the woodwork tonight. If you remember, in the first leg, they hit the woodwork twice. 14 times across the course of the Champions League season, PSG hit the woodwork.
I hit the bar more than Jamie last week.
I was more successful.
You hit the target.
Standing defensively over 2 legs.
You talked about the focus of Kylian Mbappe when we saw him in the tunnel before the game kicked off. Obviously, there was huge pressure on him in this game in terms of trying to deliver a Champions League final for PSG, and his final time playing at the Parc des Princes in a PSG shirt in the Champions League. How do you think he delivered tonight?
Well, I still think that position of him playing as a 9 is an awkward one for me. But, you know, I'm not the coach of Paris Saint-Germain. I have bad respect for Luis Enrique and what he has won. But I do think that Kylian is more comfortable on the left. And at times, he was a bit too much in the middle for me. But if we go back in the history of Paris Saint-Germain, just not to talk about Mbappe, Ginola, Weah, Rai, we can talk about Leonardo, we can talk about Zlatan, we can talk about a lot of players. They never won it too. So it's not so much of an individual thing, like I said to you before. It has to be also a team effort. And I think the team effort was on the other side. And every time you defend as a team, I don't know why in the history of not winning the Champions League.
Well, you listed such
with Paris, by the way.
an incredible name of list
it
of players.
It could have been more because Paris had so many great players. I was interested,
where do you rank him amongst those greats that have played for PSG and worn the shirt? I know you're going to.
I mean, it's not even a discussion.
Number 1. Yeah. Greatest player ever to play for me, PSG. Yeah. Okay.
But some people that saw other players will tell you, that debate. That's obviously you would like to say that's my opinion. Obviously, I know, but for me, Kylian Mbappe, with the way the impact he had all over the world, what he's been doing, for me, yes, he will go down as the best player for Paris Saint-Germain. That's me.
Thierry, can I ask you about, before the game, we saw that huge banner of that team, I think, that won the European Cup Cup in 96. So they're obviously legends, they're heroes. Yeah. Do you think in 20 years' time, do you think the Mbappe team, the PSG team of now would get that sort of reverence from that PSG support. They've done what you'd expect them to do, which is win the French title every season. They haven't gone that step further to cement themselves. You know, that team of sort of Mbappe, Neymar, Messi haven't won it, but they haven't won it again when it was his team.
Yeah.
Do you think, so you're saying he's the greatest player, but do you think he will be remembered the way those players are remembered?
But they won the Cup Winners' Cup.
That's what I'm saying.
Mbappe never played at that level. He always played in the Champions League. I'm not saying it's easier.
Well, you'd say this team is better than that team, surely. What they've had, you've had Neymar, you've had Messi, you've had Mbappe in the top of the pitch.
That team that won in '96 was good also.
No, I know it was a good team.
Good also. All I'm saying is you can't compare a team that only played in the Champions League and one that played the Cup Winners' Cup. And at the time, the Cup Winners' Cup had lesser teams because you had to win your cup. If people don't know, you had to win the cup of your country to enter that competition. So you had surprises, a lot of surprises at times. So you can't compare that because he only played in the Champions League, and we all know that it's not easy. City just done it. But it's a team that was on the run of winning a treble. They didn't do it, losing in a semi-final against Dortmund, and people might say, yeah, it's Dortmund or whatever. I'm talking him as an individual, not so much the teams and not so much the competition. What he did for Paris Saint-Germain, what they did also, you know, the team since the likes of Zlatan has arrived, and at one point going to Paris Saint-Germain and going to the Parc des Princes wasn't a place where you could go with your family. It wasn't that lively. You know, there was a period where it was a bit rough to go there, so everything has changed. So you're not going to kill that just because the team doesn't win the Champions League. And I've said it before, it is a thing. Like we talk about Man City, and I was saying the same about Man City last year. I'm not going to judge Pep and judge Man City of not winning the Champions League. And it's the same for me for Paris Saint-Germain. Hopefully it's going to happen one day. But for me, he will go down as the best. Some people might say Pilorget, some people might say George Weah, some people might say other players, you know, Mustafa Daleb, you will not know. Some people will say other. For me, he was the best at Paris Saint-Germain.
OK, so PSG are out of the Champions League at the semi-final stage. Their manager, Luis Enrique, kindly gave us his time all the same. Here he is speaking to Anita.
Luis Enrique, how do you reflect on your side's performance today? You hit the woodwork 4 times.
Yeah, and if you added the 2 shots in the post in the first leg, 6 times in the post, and we didn't score a single goal. Which means that football sometimes is very, very unfair.
It can be very unfair. Going into this game, there are a lot of eyes on you, and in particular one of your star players, Kylian Mbappe. You spoke about the fact that the whole team needs to defend. Do you feel like your whole team defended today?
Of course. I think the intensity of the match, it was great for both teams. Too much pressure. You can feel that during the match, but I'm happy with the performance of my players, all of them, with the team. I think that match could be a proof for us in earning experience and trying to improve, because now is the moment to congratulations to them, because they are in the final and we need to recover from that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, well, we are going to go to a very quick break. We will be right back, though. We've still got more to bring you, hopefully including an interview from this man, Edin Terzic, the manager of Borussia Dortmund, who's taken Befalbe all the way to the Champions League final, the biggest game in club football. We'll be back with more in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Good to have you with us. The boys have gone over to the screen. We're going to break something down. What we got, Thierry?
The goals on the corner, because, you know, as a coach, you do tactic. 3 men inside, the fullback will give you the width, whatever tactic, and then you can see the goal on the corner. I mean, we're going to see it here. It is not a coincidence that you're going to see the 2 big men attacking the second post. And I will tell you why very soon. You're going to see some decoy run from Adeyemi coming here. Again, this guy, Marquinhos, being zonal. We're going to see the goal. Barcelona. I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard. You got bailed out against Barcelona. Araujo got sent off. You went there with a defeat. Okay, you returned the tie. Not tonight.
Yeah.
Not tonight.
I mean, can we look at it again? You're talking about what Barcelona have done. You're talking about what Borussia Dortmund have done tonight in their move. But you actually look at the man marking here, the system here. I mean, what you've got is Beraldo here. with Hummels. So you can see everybody's man marking. He's zonal, Marquinhos. But the way somebody moves, when you talk about the smallest details in football at the highest level...
Give him credit to him, right? The way it gives you the time to turn.
And there's no doubt they're trying to attack that area there. But the defender here is actually in the middle, and his job here is to try and get Hummels, and they'll just run it on. And look, he's actually, as the ball... So the ball's about to be taken now, it's about to be kicked. Mike, you come here.
Yeah.
You be Hummels. So the ball's coming in from this side and the defender's looking at him.
Not even seeing the flight of the ball.
He's completely lost.
So what should he have done?
It's his body's position.
So Hummels is here, ready to go there.
Yeah. He's got to basically always be able to see the ball and the man. Basically, he's gone there and he just turned. So look at him now. He doesn't know where the ball is. Him the same. But he's done there now. He will never be able to win that header against him, coming in behind him. And he actually, Hummels, clever, just puts his arm on him as he jumps.
That's what you keep the distance.
Not a foul.
Keep the
but
distance.
as you run it in, and we just keep an eye on these two.
Can we just, to show everybody, roll the two together? And you will see it's the same. Almost. You can go. See you later. And it happened to me, by the way. Recently, you work on a lot of stuff and you get done on something that in brackets, it's easy to defend. I'm going to take, and we were talking about it off air, I'm going to talk about Arsenal. At the beginning of the season, Arsenal were not scoring a lot of goals with the strikers. They stayed up and competing with everybody because they scored a lot of goals on set pieces. It is important. Because instead of rushing and trying to score, 2 goals quickly, they should score 2 goals anyway to come back in a tie. Now you're 2-0 down on aggregate on a set piece. When you got done the same way, you can roll it now. Same celebration.
Peter Schmeichel talking to the Borussia Dortmund manager Edin Terzic.
And if you go back to the draw before the group phase, you got drawn into the group of death, and very, very few people left you any chance, and now you're in the final. Can you sum that up for us, please?
Well, of course, we also knew that we're going to have chances in that group, in the group of death. But to be honest, maybe we've been dead after the second game with only 1 point. They haven't scored a goal. And then we had our first great performance and the first great win away in Newcastle, a very tough game for us, and from that we can see that maybe everything is possible, especially if you see, for example, Milan. They've been to the semi-final last season, and we won at San Siro. We had a okay performance at home, and then we start to believe and to dream.
How proud are you of this team and the way they performed over these 2 games against PSG?
Incredible proud. Proud is the right word. I'm very proud of the team. I'm very proud of the staff that did a fantastic job so far, and for the club. If you see what happened on the final match day last season, a very tough day, and the support has been there for us. They supported us and gave us so much love, and we tried to give something back, and I think today we gave them back the belief and a bit to dream.
I think you've pleased a lot of people, and you've got a lot of fans, a lot of supporters of your your performances in the Champions League. Also for your fans that we highlighted, and I'm sure you get a lot of support in the final. Good luck.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Take care. Right?
Yes, I tell you what, Jamie, you spotted an interesting tweet earlier on, and we're going to pull it up for you guys. This is a tweet that we saw where you can see Edin Terzic, the current manager of Borussia Dortmund, there as a fan, 2012, watching Jurgen Klopp's Borussia Dortmund win the league. Pretty cool.
Stuff for dreams, eh, Jamie? Come on.
Yeah.
You're one of those now, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Me and him were in the same team. But listen, to be a boyhood fan of a club, to play for a club is fantastic, but to be the manager, be the top man, take them to a Champions League final, the biggest game you can play in club football. I mean, that is special. And you can imagine how many friends and family he's got associated with the club as well. It's not just being the manager of the club. You feel something a little bit more. I felt that as a player playing for Liverpool, being a manager from that area, the pressure you must be under as well. And to miss out on the league title in the last kick of the game.
Yeah.
last season as well, and then to just go that step further now in terms of the biggest competition, well, hopefully for him, another step further and get his hands on that trophy.
We've got another popular tweet that we've also spotted, Jamie. I think you'll appreciate this one. It's just to sum up your performance and your relationship as far as the connection to Borussia Dortmund goes. This is your night on the first leg of the Champions League semi-final over there. Cheeseburgers 1, pints 8.
Top stats.
8.
Slurred words.
12.
Slurred words, 12. Touches
Selfies with
That's
fans.
That's me wallpaper for me phone, that.
You said you felt like one of the Beatles. New friends made 25,000.
Was the beer strong over there, Jamie?
It was, yeah, it's lively. It's lively. I mean, what's it going to be like at Wembley? I mean, what are we going to do? I mean...
Well, some of us won't drink whilst we're on the job.
Oh, no. Oh, interesting. Yeah. You did last year.
Why are you banging your lip like that? No, I did not drink last year. I haven't drunk for years. You're very quiet.
I'm very quiet, no. I'm just letting Jamie have his moment.
His mate never made the final, did he? I mean, what analysis are you going to do now if there's no Mbappe?
Bellingham.
OK, we're going to go to a very quick break. We do want to try and still speak to Anita and Peter one final time, but we'll come back for one more segment. See you in a second. Well, we've got more Champions League coverage coming up here, but after us, you can switch over to the Golasso network tonight. Following Scoreline, you can catch supersized highlights of today's action on the Champions Club. And the great football just keeps on coming for you from CBS Sports. You can now stream the Champions League, our new 24/7 fast channel, featuring all the goals, drama and thrilling action of club football's biggest tournaments. Even better news for you, the Golasso network and the Champions League 24/7 fast channel are free. They are both available on the CBS Sports app and Pluto TV, which is a must for all football fans. We'll be back in just a second after a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. Well, today, Borussia Dortmund clinched their spot in the Champions League final. Tomorrow, we are going to find out who they will play at Wembley next month. Will it be Real Madrid? Will it be Bayern Munich? It is all square, remember, after an enthralling first leg. It is all to play for at the Bernabeu tomorrow night. That is coming up tomorrow night. Let's talk about something else, though, that we want to discuss that maybe is coming up before the Champions League final. A little idea we'd like to pitch to you, Jamie, because you are now such good friends, really part of the network and the team identity at Borussia Dortmund. And we thought that perhaps now that they're in the Champions League final, would you enjoy the opportunity to go out there again, catch up with all your friends, kind of find out how they're feeling ahead of the Champions League final, just get reacquainted, kind of bring us some good footage back?
So you've been subbed for the final?
You mean Kaiser?
Yeah, them.
So basically, she was asking, do you want to be a sub for the final?
No, I'm good. You mean go out and see them before the game?
Before the Champions League final. Obviously, he's on the... Come on now. It's Jamie.
I thought they'll
Listen, we're family. And what do you do for your family?
Excuse me, what?
We're family.
Everything.
We're family.
Yeah.
Not me and you, Dortmund.
I know.
Yeah, thank God.
What are we offering for Borussia
When your
Dortmund?
family in an hour of need and they need me over there, I'll be there.
Yeah, you'll be over there.
I'll be there, yeah.
So you're available.
And I'm going to see them on the Friday night.
Last game of the season for them, May 18th. Maybe that's when you could go over there. Are you free?
They want you to go there.
Last home game, sorry.
Yeah, you mean in the Yellow Wall again?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Get over there, free ale.
You sure?
Was the free beer the best part of the night for you?
I actually I was getting it, and I just thought I'll have to chip in, so I give the guy 50
Did you buy
euros.
a round?
Yeah, so I bought the last round.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that all you
50
bought?
euros.
One round for the...
Yeah. I mean, there was 8 of us. I had 8 pints, so everyone done their own round.
So you're down.
Could we possibly meet up with them Friday night, my friends? Who I was on the stand with.
How are we going to find them when you haven't got a number? You don't know a name.
I
you don't
will
know
find
a number.
them. I will find them. We will meet up and we will have a good chat.
Why don't you just do a little message that they can put out there? Quick.
To my family of Borussia Dortmund, I'm delighted that he's made the Champions League final. We had a fantastic time, and I want to build on this relationship at the Champions League final. I will invite you out. We go out for a meal before the Champions League final on a Friday night, don't we?
Yes, we do.
You can join us. No, we will spoil you. We look after you.
You could do it.
And I'm going to join you in the Wembley Yellow Wall.
Is it on the CBS account?
Always.
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 Okay.
Hey.
25,000 people. How many people are we inviting?
CBS are loaded.
We are going to continue, by the way, because we do still want to go over live to Paris and speak to Peter and Anita.
Oh,
and
is this not the
Charlie
end of the
Davies
show?
one more time. No, it's not. But we are going to say goodbye on CBS Sports Network because, unfortunately, it is the end of the show on CBS Sports Network. Thank you for joining us this evening. If you do want to continue with us, Paramount Plus right now. And we're back. OK, perfect. So are we going to go to Paris right now? Yes, we are going to go to Paris right now. Peter Schmeichel, Anita Jones, Charlie Davies back in the mix.
Feels good to be back in the mix.
I feel like you replaced Jamie when it comes to getting in there with the fans. Is that right?
I was all up in the Dortmund fans over there after they won. It was crazy. I mean, the emotion, Jamie, I can only imagine what it was like in Dortmund, but I got a good taste of it. I can tell you that.
You're just watching. You're not in with them.
The team?
The team when they came over.
Yeah, I'm not going to go all the way in there. You know, there's a bit of a mutual respect. Hey, they did all the work. I'm not going to go jump in there and pretend like I was a Dortmund fan and along the ride the whole way. So I got a close up. I admired what they've done. So that's good enough for me.
That's good enough.
I think that's class. That's really sort of respectful and classy and, you know.
I'm not trying to steal the message there.
But speaking about classy, you did speak to Eden earlier, the manager. We saw him a moment ago just shaking the hands of all the UEFA workers. I think it speaks volumes about what this man stands for, right?
Yeah, I mean, they talked about it in the studio before. You know, he's a boyhood Dortmund fan. You know, he's taken his team. He's taken to a Champions League final. So he came out and he said thank you to all the UEFA people. But what he did as well, took all his stuff out, and they had a fantastic photo and actually celebrating on the pitch. It was quite something. And you know, he said that in the interview as well. He was very, very proud of his players, but he's also very, very proud of his staff. And you need that, you know. If you don't have, you know, the superstars to carry you through games like this, you need a team, not just the 11 players playing, but you need a team around it to create an atmosphere or create an environment that dictates winning. And he's done that. What he's created here has been very good. Actually, one thing he said in the interview, which it's you know, we can only ask 2 questions, and they are really, really strict. 2 questions, that's it. So you can't follow up on something like that. But what he did said, we all remember what happened in the last game of last season when they lost to Bayern Munich, the championship, on goal difference. 1 goal, only 1 goal. And that hurt. He's turned that into something really positive this season, and they're in the Champions League final, and they're there on merit. They're not there because they're a lucky team. They were a little bit lucky today in certain moments, but they really deserve to be here.
Anyone would think that you're a Dortmund man, that maybe you even backed them to get to the final. But who did you back originally? Because before you were telling us that you told our producer that you backed
I hope
them.
that Matt, who's listening in now,
Our producer, by the way,
will be honest enough to say that as soon as the draw was made, I texted him a little cheeky text saying, well, it's going to be an all-German final because it's Wembley again. That's what it was. I have to be honest and say I wasn't brave enough to do it on our brackets. I've got Real Madrid to win, so I'm still in with a chance.
Speaking of Real Madrid, you're a very lucky boy because you're going to be heading to Madrid tomorrow morning. How do you see it going after the upset we've seen tonight?
I think Madrid are in a better position to win the game. They have more match winners. You saw tonight that PSG were lacking a little bit of the intensity. If you knew Dortmund were so good defensively, don't allow them to get set. And you saw in transition, PSG took too much time. And Mbappe never looked like he was in a rhythm, not until the end, and then he still fluffed his chances. So for me, I feel like when you have Real Madrid at home, it's going to be a tough proposition for Bayern Munich.
Peter,
can I ask you a
question?
No. Yeah, go on.
I was just
wondering.
Going
back to the Dortmund thing again?
No, we're not mentioning Dortmund. It's more about PSG because obviously in the studio we were split. I wanted Dortmund to get through, but the man on my left, Big Meeks, he's really disappointed that Kylian Mbappe is not in the final. I mean, I would imagine you're really pleased because you don't now have to pronounce Kylian Mbappe's name again.
Why are you saying that? Are you doing it precisely how it's supposed to be pronounced?
Come on, let's do it properly. Kylian Mbappe. Tell us how you say it.
Mbappe. Thank you very much for teaching me that, Jamie. I am very, very pleased to have someone like you in my social circle who can correct me when I go wrong and laugh at me when I go wrong. And all you have to know is, by the way, how I've protected you today. You would be very, very proud of me.
With UEFA? Would I be
didn't
allowed
get
to
you
go to the
that yellow
final?
jersey, by the way, because they wouldn't give it to you.
Well, you can give me it in the final.
That is a tough one, but Jamie, you came here for Peter. Don't think we've forgotten about you messing up Tomori Fikayo's name. We remember, the streets remember, you know. So don't come for Peter like that.
No.
We got his back
What about
here.
you? Part the pranks, bruv.
I never said that. I never said that. I never said that. No.
What is this? What is this?
I never said that. I did not say that. I didn't even say this.
To be fair, I've just talked about Dortmund being a team, and you need the whole team in order to achieve great things. You know, these are not team players.
these
The
are
only
team-
one,
it's-
the only one of the boys there, Titi. He's treating us with respect.
He's been
Oh,
very
and of
come
course,
on, we're
Kate
all
as
a
well.
team. Team,
But
we
the
can
two
all have a
other
laugh,
boys, you
can't
know?
we?
Of course we can. But anyway, it's been brilliant having both of you here. You're flying off early in the morning to Madrid. Very,
I'm a little
very
bit jealous, by the way.
Yeah,
I really
we're
wanted to
both
go to that game.
Madrid. I can't wait.
It's going to be amazing. That stadium, by the way, it's
Okay.
finished. It's absolutely fantastic. You will have
Well,
a
thank
great
you
day.
so much, guys, for joining us here pitch side. It's been a pleasure tonight.
Thanks for looking after me, Pete.
Wow.
He snapped, didn't
That
he?
was quite awkward, that was.
Yeah.
It still feels
How come
awkward.
everyone could take the mick out of me for 3 years I've been doing
Yeah.
this? You threw a little bit back and everyone's in the feelings.
I know. I mean, oh, that was awkward. That was awkward.
Let's get off air.
Oh,
It's time to go. Wrap it up, Kay. Let's
Great
go.
way to end the show. Brilliant. Please do join us for more tomorrow.
I think I've lost the dressing room.
We'll be back. Cracking game tomorrow. Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. Who will play in the final against Borussia Dortmund? You have to join us to find out. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.